Building any digital products normally comes in two parts. You have the design side of things, and you also have the coding side of things. Now, today I'm going to be showing you guys something, just the process or my thought process about how to build such programs. All right, so I want to design something like a WhatsApp plugin. This particular WhatsApp plugin would have certain functionalities. But before I start coding this, what I want to do is create something like a prototype that I could show to my programmer so that he can design that particular stuff for me. This helped me to do certain things, whether it is feasible to do, and also it makes me to be able to QA/QC this particular stuff to see whether there is going to be some fault, and as also to get users to try to use it so that they can give us important feedbacks before we even start spending money, tons of millions of naira, going ahead coding this. The first thing we want to do is to do our wireframe. And what is a wireframe? A wireframe is simply a rough sketch of the things that you want to have in your digital product. It could be a website, or it could be an app, a mobile app, in either platforms. So I'll put out the features, the functionalities, and also the layout setting. No colors, no pictures, just a wireframe. And by this I mean a sketch out. So many of you might want to just pick a pen and paper, then do this. Just draw on your pen and paper. Many people do this on pen and paper, but me personally, because I'm already used to digital interfaces, I like to do it directly on my software design program. Draw rough sketches. You could use PowerPoint for this. You could use different type of programs for these also. But for me, I like working with PowerPoint at this stage. Draw your sketches, however rough it is. Then you put bounding boxes to represent graphics, and test boxes to represent where your tests are going to go into. Now, what most persons does is they try to just put a lorem ipsum there as a test placeholder. But personally, I like to go with the actual test that is going to go in that place. When I do this, then I want to communicate with my client. I say, oh, is this what you like it to look like? When we certify and verify that it has everything, now the UX comes to play. The user feel when you interact with the app, how easy is it navigation, all right? How you move from one page to the other, how you interact with the old app or the website, as the case may be. So then the UI designer will now design the graphics and the interface, how it looks, so that it looks appealing and easy. Whereas the UX designer will be the one in terms of designing the movement, how you move from one page to another, the navigation, how you interact when you click, what happens when whether you are swiping at a particular point or you just click, or all of those stuffs put together. So because these two people work in tandem, most UI designers are also UX designers. So depending on the nature of the kind of work, you might need a small team, or if you're working, sometimes you are the one building your own project, all right? So you want to design the feel and the look also when people interact with your program. That's why, for the most part, when you just download a software or an app or something like that, or you go use a website, you almost just do things as if you've been taught how to do them. It's easy to navigate. You don't learn how to use a particular website and go to another try to navigate. If we have to do that, that means that has been poorly done, or has a poor job that has been done. So in this video, I'm going to show you the things that I did for my own WhatsApp plugin. So let's just jump into WhatsApp now, so that I'll show you the things I'm talking about in graphics. So we are here in WhatsApp directly, and this is what you normally see when you open your WhatsApp app. All right, now you will see that you have the chat tab, the status tab, and the course tab. So this is the status tab. All right, you see I can click it. It's a prototype I already designed using my design software. All right, so I designed all of this from scratch. So when you build an app, before you start coding, the coding part is just to make sure that whatever has been designed in your prototype can now work as a real-time app on our devices, all right, whether it's on web or it's on mobile. Okay, before we did anything coding, this is what WhatsApp did. They first of all design it. You see, this is the UI. When I say UI, I simply mean the user interface. So chat goes in here, status goes in here, calls. So WhatsApp, the deal was that you could use it to call, to also message. People can send you message. Later they added on status, and you see video status and the rest. So, but here I want to add certain functionalities that are not in WhatsApp already. So most probably you guys are used to using status saver to download or save pictures or videos from friends and family who has posted certain things on their status. What I want to do is, instead of using that, I want you to install this as a plugin into your default WhatsApp, and your default WhatsApp will have the ability to share status just the way they were posted. No need to download them first. You could share it to groups. You could also share it to your broadcast list. You could also share it to certain individuals that you want to see it. And on their part, when they receive it, they'll see as some person has shared so person's status. Isn't this wonderful? All right. So normally, if I go here, this my friend has posted my nigga. I call him my nigga here. It's a placeholder. He has posted a picture of myself, a vector image of myself. So let's go see his status. Normally, what you see. So I click in. The bar will load normally for 30 seconds as normal. Then there's something you quickly note here is the share button you see here. So I've added a functionality called share in addition to what WhatsApp has by default, which is the reply. Okay, if I click on the right hand side, normal as you have, you see others that he has posted. Okay, so let me use this one to explain what, when you share, what's going to happen. Now, I could reply as normal by saying post, this is me celebrating me. Thank you very much, my nigga. So let's say I click reply normally, as you normally do. It will come here so that you can maybe write some text here, then send. All right, that's nothing new. It's already on WhatsApp. So let's just go back. If I click on the share button, boom, it's going to ask me, so am I going to share this to my status? Am I going to share it to some persons? I could also go and share it to broadcast list and also to groups. I'll show that in another video, not this particular one. So let's just say I want to share this to my status. Normally at this point, what you normally do is you go and you save that particular picture. Or if it's some text, you screenshot it and you send it as a new status update on your own self. Well, this takes that off from you. It's so beautiful. Let's just do that now. So if I just send it to my status. So this is what it's going to show you. Share my nigga status. All right. Now, this is on my own screen. What are people going to see on their own statuses when they click to see this new status you just shared? You're going to see that Lavi shared my nigga status. So my profile picture will be there. The person's profile picture whose status was shared is also going to be there. All right. So this is so nice. I think I like this. Now this is version 1.0. So I could decide to change all of the look and feel about this and make it better. All right. So this is just for tutorial purposes, so that you understand the idea of what I'm trying to say. All right, so we are here back to the normal WhatsApp home screen, like you see when you just pick up your phone and you look, and you see the first page. So usually going to be your chats. All right. So now, if you want to look for groups, normally what you do, you don't have a particular tab, a dedicated tab for groups. What I've decided to do is also create a dedicated tab for groups so that it's easy for navigation. Now, I was talking about UX. UX simply means user experience, all right? It's not usually fun when you're trying to search for groups that you belong to, trying to see the method you want to send certain messages to those groups, and you use session. It's easier to just go through a dedicated group tab, and that's what I've also done here. This same go for your broadcast list. So let me just show you how that works now. So here we are. This is the dedicated group that we've created for this. So normally you would have your status, your chats, your calls. Those are the basic 3 tabs you have for WhatsApp. But in this case, I've decided to add a group. So this is the group. You see all the groups that you belong to. All right. So like I told you earlier, I told you it's now possible using this plugin to develop something like a GIF file. I wanted to make a video before, but someone suggested that a video file might be too large. Okay, and might not make your app to be a bit sluggish. So I listened, and I chose to go with your GIF file. Some of us call it GIF file. I used to call it GIF, but well, GIFs kind of nice. All right. Another thing we could do is to check the broadcast list tab. All right. So in the next video, I'm going to show you how the broadcast list tab is going to look like, and some other functionalities that I've added to this. Now, don't forget, this is just like a prototype. I've not coded anything yet. So you see here, I'm just using my software design. This is just the pure design part of things. All right. So in the next scheme of things, we're going to be looking at how maybe the developer is going to run codes that will make all of these designs to work with our mobile devices, so that we can have a full-fledged app. Before we go, I just want to let you know that come August 2022, our coding and digital design bootcamp will be kicking off. You don't want to miss this. We're going to be learning a lot of stuff from coding to vector graphics design to UI UX design to app prototyping like the one I just did now. Just a whole lot of stuff, video editing, just everything digital design and coding will be well taken care of. Choose your options well. Check the link below this video. For those of us that are viewing this from a WhatsApp status, just swipe up and get in contact so that we can give you the rest of the story. You don't want to miss this. See you on the next one.